I'm struggling to remember. I know that the guy who designed this knife is now passed away. Well, he was not passed away. Passed away is when you die of natural causes. This guy was killed by a Hamas bomb, I think. And but he designed this knife before he left us, and it's based on the, I think it's an old Nomad design. But yeah, so this is kind of special. Made from VT10, Japanese steel, also Spyderco. Again, at some point I'm going to do a proper review on all these knives. So yeah, so that's that. You gotta be very careful closing these knives. I'm glad I got our gloves on. Okay, so coming down, I'll get to the top in a second. Coming back down, we have the Buck Kalinga Pro. Now this is kind of special. There have been a few reviews on YouTube on this knife, and had this one a while. I will not be parting with it. Has I forget the name of the wood, but it has a brass bolster and a finger guard, which is pretty cool. This is S30V steel as well. Buck USA. Full tang, right to the end. Simple construction, but very, very nice. You can even choke up on it as well, which is really cool. So that's that. And the sheath that comes with it. Next up, we have a design made by Russ Comer, and there's his signature on the side. This is the Russ Comer Bestine Skinner, which I think was quite nice. I bought this because it was just so shiny. Shiny and cool. Still got a lot of oil on it. So that's that. And then we have our Hultafors, which I will be using these at some point. Let me just switch hands. I will be using these at some point. Let's just take one out. Oops. I wrapped them in paracord just for so you got more, you know, fills your hand a little bit better. So I got these. These are very cheap, but carbon steel makes them quite hard. And again, the reason why I got these is because I saw these put through a test out in the woods, and I was quite impressed by that. So I decided to get 2 of them. So, and the sheaths, they're not amazing sheaths, but they're quite effective. I like them. I'm going to get that back in there with one hand. Yes. And this is the other one. So if I pop that one out. That's the other one. Just a simple wrap paracord. No fancy pattern on this one. And we have the boot knife from Columbia River Knife and Tool, CRKT. And let's see if I can pop this one out. Are you going to come out for me? There we go. See if you can read what that says. The Sting by A.G. Russell. I thought it was very nice. I liked it. This was about 40 odd pounds I paid for this. So I do nice weight and quite well balanced. I feel you could throw this if you wanted to. Next we come to the Macusta. This one is very, very nice. I had to pick up one of these. You're not going to open for me easy. This never opened for me easy. Two-handed job. Okay, here we go. You see, this is very stiff. Needs. This was used to open up quite easy, but again, these don't get used, so they, it's quite stiff still. Again, this is made in Seki, Japan. Seki City, Japan. With a kind of extended Tanto type chip. And it's just amazing. I mean, there was they make these in different colours as well. But I just love the quality, the workmanship that's gone into it. Of course, it's a liner lock. It's not milled out or anything, but as you can see. But it's light. It's light. It's a light knife. It's not heavy. So that's that. Yeah, apologies for that. My camera just decided to go off on me. Don't know why. But anyway, moving on. This is my Emerson Super Commander. And this is one of the first knives that I bought. And I do love it. Lovely. I just love the shape of this blade. I do love it. Not many people go for the the chisel grind. This is a V grind actually. I believe it is. So that's my Emerson Super Commander. G10 handle. CPM 154 cm, sorry. Which I believe is somewhere on the blade, is it? Maybe not. I'm pretty sure it's 154 cm on this somewhere. It has the wave for deploying the blade when you pull out your pocket. Thumb disc rather than thumb studs. Serrations and main blade. Very lovely knife. Close, damn you. Right. That's that. And I'm going to have to walk around to get to the ones at the top. This one is quite special. This one's special because this is a limited run, sprint run, with a Damascus blade. This is the first Damascus knife that I bought. It's the only Damascus blade that I have actually, and it's a very, very lovely blade. Jigged bone, blue titanium, and a Damascus blade. Very lovely knife, and the designs, just the work that's gone into it, it's really, really nice. Seki City, Japan, VG10. Backlock. You get closer on me. This one's a little bit more difficult to close because the backlock is far back on the handle, so we'll close with one hand, but there you go. Now, this is this I got. This is a bit of a monster. This is. I had to get myself one of these. I have this. I'm gonna have to go back to my sofa and sit down for this one because this is a little bit too big for me to want to play with. Crouching down over my knives. Oops, get rid of that. This is my extra large cold steel Espada, and I'm going to need two hands for this, so again, apologies, bear with me. I'll put you here. I hope you can see that. It opens with a great deal of authority. When that snaps shut, it is. I can't help laughing when every time I get this out. I can't help but laugh, and I thought somehow that when I bought this and I had it in my hand, it was going to seem comical. You know, I thought it was going to be like, well, it's so big I can hardly fit it into the. There we go. Fit into the frame, but yeah, I thought that when I got this, it was going to seem so comically. I don't know. I just thought it was gonna. I was going to be just disappointed by it, but I held it, and it is a lovely knife. You can't really appreciate it on a camera or in a photo until you've actually got one of these in your hand. It is a really, it's a lovely blade. Again, I won't be using this. It just goes into my collection to look pretty. But we'll give you some close-ups. Clip point blade or Bowie style blade. Cold steel. Made in Taiwan, although, you know, stuff made in Taiwan usually turns me off, but the quality on this is actually very, very, very good. This is actually the second one, my second knife, and because the first one did have some issues that I wasn't happy with, but they sent me the second one, and I'm very, very pleased. So we have the smoothed G10 aluminium bolsters, I believe, and you have the wave ramp and the backlock triad lock. Now I'm definitely going to have to use two hands for this because this is very, very, very strong. So again, bear with me, apologies. I'll keep that plastic on as well because I'm sad like that. So, plastic. Now this is when I was telling you earlier about the yellow knife. This one here, this one right here, that my dad was closing down his fingers. This is basically what happened. He basically had was closing it with one hand, and he closed it. I'm not going to make the mistake of going through this and then get myself cut with this thing, because this will, I'll lose fingers with this. But basically, that's what happened. Came down on my dad's fingers just like that, and gave him a nasty cut on his knuckle. So not good, but he's okay now. He did bleed a bit, but he's okay. So yeah, that is the cold Steel Espada XL. Beautiful, beautiful knife that is. And we'll put that away. And then we come to these last two. Now these last two, most people will recognize. These are my two customs, and I'm looking to be getting some more in the very near future. This is the Warren Thomas Ryu, which I ordered from America, and yes, it did cost me quite a bit of money, but I love it. I do love it big time. All titanium, of course. Again, apologies for the interruption. I actually ran out of tape and didn't realise I was coming to the end, so sorry about that. I got to the Ryu, didn't I? Yeah, so this is my Warren Thomas, and I hope to be getting some more. There's his signature mark. Again, as I said, all titanium. It's a frame lock, and let's open this up. Actually, you can only do it, yeah, that's right, you can only do it from this side. No lefties. There it is. Quite a very, very lethal looking blade. Someone said it's probably not very practical, and it's more of a tactical blade than tactical, but this could do a lot of damage, I think. And you've got, for those who don't know about the Warren Thomas knives, he does all titanium knives with a kind of alien skin, G10 handle on the other side, and this particular model has carbon fiber laminated to the titanium blade, and the titanium blade also has a tungsten carbide edge, which what gives it its cutting ability. Now I know that getting cut by any of these knives, let's say that they were all extremely sharp, and you got cut by one of them, you probably wouldn't feel it. till later, because these are razor sharp blades. This thing, on the other hand, is more of a toothy blade. If you had a microscope and went up to the edge of this, you would see a kind of very rough, toothy kind of finish to the blade edge, whereas these would be very refined, very smooth. This is more like a chainsaw, so you don't really want to get cut with something like this. You get cut by something like this, you definitely will feel it, and it's gonna hurt. So, but I bought it because I don't know, I like outrageous designs. Not stupid designs, but I like outrageous designs and things that are different. People who try to break the mold. I just like to go for those kinds of things. So that's my Ryan Thomas. My Warren Thomas. Let me see if I can close this thing without shutting my fingers. And there we go. And this is another very special knife by Brian Ty. This is the Brian Ty Twist Dagger. There's his signature. Again, titanium handle, pocket clip, and BG42 blade steel. And this one is special because it's the number one, the first knife that he made in this model anyway. And it's a fluted blade, and it's just gorgeous, and I love it to bits. I really do love this thing. Again, not cheap. Very nice indeed. So, and it's a button lock as well. And that's that. And that, oh, I did forget one, didn't I? One up there and out on its own. Let's just quickly have a look at that. This is my Magnum by Boker. It's my year 2011 anniversary knife. Let's get this out of the box. I had to get this. This is a very cool knife, very nicely designed. Someone put a lot of thought into the handle. Does fill out your hand very well. Unfortunately, you can't choke up on the blade very much because of, unless you got small pointing finger. It's not going to be too bad, but I've got big finger unfortunately, so I can't just slip into that groove. I can't just choke up on it. So I'll have to make do this way. Or obviously the famous reverse grip as well. So with some details. $10.54. I believe there was only a limited number of these. 440 steel. I believe it's a satin finish. And my Carter handles, full tang of course. I could put a lanyard in there if I want to. I've got a whole bunch of lanyards, but you know, I might put them on, might leave them off, see how I feel. so that concludes my showcase. I don't think I've missed anything out. But if you have any questions, anyone has any questions about any of my knives, feel free to ask. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The last two knives I bought were those two, and they have left me a kind of broke. Which I'm not really broke, but they did drain my money I set aside for buying knives quite a bit, so I won't be buying any knives for a little while. I have my eye on a few at the moment. A couple of Bussy knives and Spartans have caught my eye, so I'll be looking at them soon, and they'll be part of my collection in the near future, I hope. But anyway, thank you for watching the video. I know it's a very long video, but yeah, like I said, any questions, just give me a shout, and I'm happy to answer any of your questions. Okay, cheers.